Hi, Andrew Bell with you once again. Now, as I mentioned in recent reports, the City of the Gold Coast has released its State of the City Report 2026, which provides some great insights into where our city is today and, more importantly, where it's heading. The theme of the report is a city that says yes. A city that intends to capitalise on its current momentum by creating opportunity and supporting ambition. A story of confidence, growth, and a city that's ready to say yes to the future. Hey, while I'm giving a bit of an overview of the State of the City report, have a look at this apartment at Silverpoint. You know, one of the things people keep asking us for, can you find us a really affordable 2-bedroom unit somewhere in a great location by the water's edge, something that has 2 bedrooms, big living space, double garaging, all of those sorts of features. So hard to find, but I tell you what, this Silverpoint unit is something pretty special. It also lends itself, those who are thinking about doing a bit of refurbishing and so on, but what a position. Northern side of the building, just across the road from the beach at Main Beach, and one of the legendary buildings, Silverpoint. Ray White Bell Group are very proud to be presenting this. For more details, have a look on screen right now, but commentary now about State of the City report. Thinking about my own journey here on the Gold Coast, which spans 37 years, it's remarkable to reflect on how much this city has changed. When I first arrived, the Gold Coast was largely known as a beachside holiday destination. In those days, many parents raised their children here only to watch them leave because they simply couldn't find any career opportunities. Today, that's completely different. We're attracting outstanding businesses to the coast, creating exciting employment opportunities and building an economy that allows young people to stay here and pursue their rewarding careers. The Gold Coast has truly entered a new chapter. Today, it's one of Australia's fastest growing economies, generating more than 55 billion in gross regional product, reflecting the enormous value being created across our local economy. Alongside that, there are more than 350,000 jobs, over 280,000 full-time equivalent positions, which is a measure that converts part-time and multiple employees into the equivalent of a full-time employment. We have more than 23 billion worth of major projects currently underway across about 90 developments, and we're seeing the evidence of that every day through the record number of cranes across our skyline. Importantly, this isn't just about residential apartments, it's about the infrastructure that supports a growing and prosperous city. We're seeing significant investment in transport, cultural and entertainment projects such as the continued expansion of HOTA, which is the home of the arts, the proposed Gold Coast Arena and the Miami Arts Depot. And numerous health and infrastructure developments are all shaping the next chapter of our city's evolution. It's quite remarkable that the Gold Coast economy expanded by 25% between 2021 and 2025. That's stronger growth than the Greater Brisbane area, and indeed above the average recorded across Australian capital cities. We're now so much more than simply a tourism destination. Today there's some 83,000 businesses operating across the Gold Coast. That's a 22% increase since 2019-20. Remarkably, the number of businesses employing more than 200 people has grown by about 80%. The city's 23 billion major projects pipeline stretches right across the city and across many different sectors. It includes the Yatala, Stapleton Enterprise area, the Gold Coast City Marina, the Shipyard Precinct at Coomera, the Robina Central Development, the Gold Coast Health and Knowledge Precinct at Southport, and the continuing transformation of the Southport Priority Development Area, which will soon be beating heart of the CBD. Off the back of some of the wild weather events we've experienced in recent years, we're also seeing investment in important environmental and lifestyle projects, including the Palm Beach Artificial Reef and the Northern Beaches Protection Project, and of course work underway on the Ocean Way. The report identifies 6 major priority sectors that will drive the city's growth, which includes the knowledge economy, health and wellbeing, building future industries, tourism, sport and major events, education, and future skills in screen and game production. Who would have ever thought, and perhaps many would not have even been aware, that the Gold Coast export base is becoming broader, more valuable, and more international. Total exports reached approximately 19.4 billion in 24-25, representing about 35% of our gross regional product. Manufacturing exports alone now exceed 5 billion, and that's annually. International exports have grown by around 14% beyond the pre-COVID levels, with manufacturing accounting for approximately 62% and education contributing about 37%. Of course, the Gold Coast has always been a city that Australians love to visit on a regular basis, and increasingly we're attracting visitors from all around the world. During the 2025 year, the Gold Coast welcomed almost 14.5 million visitors, generating around 9 billion in visitor expenditure. Nothing to be scoffed at. Business travel now accounts for around 10% of all visitors, with approximately 680,000 international business travellers coming to the coast. The report recognises our coastal tourism strip and the fact that it remains one of the city's greatest global assets, and now it's getting even greater worldwide recognition. We've recently welcomed the Modrium, which has chosen the Gold Coast for its first Australian property, while construction has already commenced on the new Ritz-Carlton development at Southport, and with many more premium developments expected to follow. Events continue to play an enormous role here in our city, attracting visitors to our city. The Gold Coast has developed an outstanding calendar of major events, including Blues on Broadbeach, Cooley Rocks On, the Groundwater Music Festival, Bleach, Magic Millions Carnival, the Gold Coast Marathon, the Pacific Air Show, and the Gold Coast 500, just to name a few. The newly formed Experience Gold Coast is playing a vital role in expanding the city's profile. This is very clear direction for our city, where we're saying yes, and it's gaining momentum. The platform has already been built, and that momentum is now building with some speed. For me personally, the transformation of the City Council over the past 5 or 6 years has been nothing short of phenomenal. We've moved from a council whose role was largely seen as collecting rubbish and maintaining parks and libraries and delivering all the traditional council services to one that clearly understands that building a strong economy is fundamental to the long-term well-being of the city. Of course, everyone will have their own opinion about how a city should evolve, and we're generally pretty good at identifying what's wrong before acknowledging what's right. But when I look around the Gold Coast today, I generally struggle to think of another city anywhere in the world where I'd rather live. I suppose it's that old saying about seeing the glass either half empty or half full. Now, for anyone wanting to understand more about that vision in some detail, I strongly encourage you to have a look through the State of the City Report 2026. If you'd like a copy, simply reach out to us using the details on your screen now, and we'd be delighted to send you a copy in some means that works for you. Now, before I finish today, I want to invite you to one of Ray White Bell Group's favourite community events, the Gold Coast Next Top Doggle, happening on Saturday the 15th of August at Sanctuary Cove. You know, every dog owner believes their dog is the smartest, the cutest, the most talented, and the Top Doggle gives them the chance to prove just that, because it's a dog modelling contest. If you've never been, it's a wonderful community day, perfect for families, dog lovers, or anyone simply looking for a fun morning out. And of course, Sanctuary Cove is a fantastic place to spend a few hours, whether it's enjoying a cup of coffee, a lunch, or simply taking in the beautiful surroundings. You'll find all of the event details on your screen now. We'd love to see you there. And finally, with spring now just around the corner, for those thinking of selling in what has always been one of Australia's strongest selling season, reach out to the Ray White Bell Group about being part of our spring event. No one has more experience or a stronger track record in helping Gold Coast property owners achieve exceptional results, and we'd be delighted to assist you. You'll find our office contact details on screen now. Remember, achieving a great sale price isn't just about choosing the right agent, it's also about choosing the right time to sell, and spring has traditionally been one of the very best opportunities in the real estate calendar. I'll be back with you again in a fortnight's time.